Hi, I am Olympia LaPointe, talk show host of Answers Unleashed. Can someone go on a mental diet? The answer is yes, and sometimes it does not work out that well. Let me describe a little bit more. Have you ever known someone to want to lose, let's say, 10 pounds, and they say they're going on a diet? And then they go on a diet, and for a good month, they actually start losing weight, but then maybe 3 or 4 months later, they're back to the same size, or they've even gained weight? Well, it is because they did not have a lifestyle change. Now, it's really popular. A lot of people go to different types of seminars and workshops and motivational speaking to get their brain activated and cleansed. And they go on this 1 or 2 day cleanse with their thinking. And they think that it's going to work, like their entire life is going to change from that one moment. Well, they're just like the dieters that think that changing one thing is going to change their entire weight. And that's not true. In order to build your brain, in order to cleanse your brain, in order to lose mental weight that is weighing you down, you must have a lifestyle change, specifically a mental lifestyle change. Now, what am I talking about? All right. If you think about a person that needs to lose weight, one of the first things they need to do is what are they eating that is not healthy for them? For example, are you a person that is eating pizza every single day for the last year and you're surprised when you go to the doctor and you have high cholesterol? Once you identify, wait just a second, that pizza, that melted cheese every single day in my system is not doing me good. You have to look at your thoughts that way. There are thoughts inside of your brain that you are generating that you keep repeating and holding on to every single day that is not good for you, and it's clogging your brain waves. It's not allowing your brain waves to actually exude. All right. First, you have to become aware, just like the dieter becomes aware. Oh, maybe I shouldn't eat that cheesy pizza every single day. You have to become aware of whatever thought is tying you down every day. Is it the thought of going into a job that you can't stand? Is it the thought of being in a relationship with a man or a woman who doesn't respect or appreciate you? Is it being in a situation where you are just going day to day trying to figure out how you're going to make ends meet? Whatever thought that you have that you are just angry about or disappointed or fearing when you think about it, that is the sign that that is the thought that is mentally weighing you down. The second thing you have to do is that you have to change your lifestyle. Meaning you must make an active effort to change the way that you're operating. And in this case, you would think differently. Now, just like a dieter would want to, let's say, lose weight, it wouldn't just be the pizza. Let's say the same person would have a gallon of ice cream in their refrigerator. So every time they were stressed, they go to the gallon of ice cream and pull out a scoop and eat it because guess what? It makes them feel better at that moment. Once the dieter understands that going to that ice cream is not necessarily the best thing to do every single time something disappointing happens, you have to realize that thinking a certain negative thought every time a disappointing situation happens is not going to be beneficial for you. You have to have a mental lifestyle change. You have to decide that no matter what happens in your life, you're going to change your beliefs. Whatever you have been doing for the last 20 years, 30 years, however long, you're going to make a decision to change it. Just like that dieter makes a decision, do you know what? I'm not going to buy any more ice cream. I'm going to leave it off my shopping list. You have to do the same. Do you know what? I'm not going to think I'm not good enough for high income. I'm going to refuse that thought. I'm no longer going to entertain that in my brain anymore because it's not going to do me any good. The third thing that you have to do is that you must take action with new beliefs. Now, you've all seen a woman that says, "Oh, this dress is so cute. I'm going to buy this dress and I'll fit into it after I lose 10 pounds, but I'm going to buy it right now so it will fit me 10 pounds later." And we all see that day never comes. Well, then maybe the person hasn't exercised. The person hasn't gone through the motion of losing the weight. You have to go walk every day outside. Go to a gym. If you don't like going to a gym, you have to do something. Do jumping jacks. Run. Climb stairs during your 15-minute break at work. Climb stairs. I mean, these are the things that you have to do in order to take off the weight and maintain a new system. Well, it is the exact same way with your brain. You not only have to change a belief, you have to actually start doing whatever it is that you say you're going to do. That, my friend, is what allows you to lose the mental weight. For example, if you say, "Oh, I want to start a business," have you done the research on the type of businesses that exist? There's S corporations, there's C corporations, there's sole proprietorships. What is the best for you? There's LLCs. Do you know the different types? How do you file for them? I had a friend in, what year was that? That was probably like no, it wasn't 1998. I think it was like 2007 or 2008. And he had this grand idea to start up this website and have traffic coming to this website so advertisements can be there. And it was like a business website. We're talking about all these different type of business owners and the people who think about things. And he was always talking about it. Talk. And he created the website, but it didn't go anywhere. He didn't go to find the investors, didn't find the advertisers, didn't get out there. Meanwhile, I started my business. I created my first sole proprietorship, and then years later, I created my C corporation. I didn't talk about it. I did it. See, when you do things that you're not used to doing, you create new mental pathways in your brain. I talk about that in my book, Answers Unleashed, and I talk about that in my TED Talk, Reprogramming Your Brain to Overcome Fear. And when you actually take action and do stuff that you're not prepared to do, and you learn and you find out how to do something and you take a stab at it, it may not even be right. You could take a try at it. And the most important thing is you don't beat yourself up as if it's not right. You just do it. When you actually do this and you actually move forward and you actually take action towards whatever it is that you keep seeing yourself do, that, my friend, allows the weight to come off of your brain. You see, mental peace is letting go of things that you don't have to hold on to anymore. And once you become aware of how to identify what you've been feeding your brain with, how to make a lifestyle change with your thoughts, and then later to take action with doing something that's actually helpful, you lose mental weight. So here's an exercise for you. I want you right now, if you can put pause on this video or you could play it again. I'd like you to write on a piece of paper whatever fear usually has come in your brain every single day for the last 7 days. I want you to be honest with yourself. I want you to write that down on a piece of paper. And next, I want you to identify when that fear usually comes up. Does it come up when you go to work? Does it come up every time you meet a significant other? Does it come up every time you make a mistake? Does it come up every time you try and pay for something you don't have money? I want you to identify whenever that fear comes up. Identify the associated with the action that you are doing at that very moment. Then what you're going to do, if you're willing to take this exercise to make a mental lifestyle change, is that you're going to take that thought and you're going to choose to no longer believe that thought and accept that it's a past and today is a new day. And you're going to replace that thought with something that's far better for you to do. For example, if you, every single time you go towards making a bill payment and you can't make the bill payment and you feel like really bad that your job is not paying you enough money, I want you to write that fear. Write that fear down. Fear that I am not worthy. That's what it is. Now, you're going to write that down. Anytime you do something where that fear comes up, I want you to make a mental note of it. And then the second thing is you're going to do is you're going to replace it. For example, if you have that fear, I am not worthy, you're going to say, before I thought that I am not worthy, now I'm going to identify how I add value. How I add value. And then as you do those same things every single week, as soon as that fear wants to come up, okay, I'm not worthy, I want you to think, all right, you could choose to think this. You could choose whatever you want to do. You think, all right, I'm no longer going to think I'm not worthy. I'm going to think, how can I add value to the situation? How can I communicate? So when you call up and make a bill payment, communicate with the people. I'm having difficulty to pay this bill. How can I communicate and add value to this situation so we're both on the same page to know that I'm a responsible person, let's say. That's how you can add value. And when you take an action that shows your value, you then start removing that toxicity, that weightiness in your brain that was dealing with unworthiness. In my book, Answers Unleashed, I talk about brain brink, which is, it's a dark tar-like nastiness that's in your brain that exists in your brain. And it's only when we change our thoughts does this toxicity, it actually comes out. So when you change your thoughts and take these actions, that toxicity actually comes out of your brain. And at first it was just a theory until Dr. Caroline Leaf showed it with her neuroscience, and then Dr. Ann McKee, when it showed it with NFL patients or NFL deceased players with CTE, she saw that this actually mass and that weightiness actually is in the brain. So the trick is, what you can do right now is you can start removing that weightiness out of your brain so your brain can actually cleanse. So it's not just a one-day thing. It's not going to a seminar. It's not going, oh, everything is peachy keen after that. No, it's a lifestyle, mental change. We are all doing it. And those great leaders who are doing great things constantly every single day, they're changing what's between these two ears. They're changing their brain. I always am so happy to share information with you. For more tips like this, visit AnswersUnleashed.com. I am Olympia LaPointe, and until next time, let science and faith give you answers in all the different areas that you seek. I'll see you next time.